car's gone. I gotta be stealthy now. Good morning. I had a great night's sleep. This is the first time in a long time I didn't wake up in the middle of the night cold. And it was okay to be really warm because I didn't have to worry about condensation over everything. So it was great. My hair's clean. I showered this morning, so I'll count that as 2 showers so far on trail. I went down and had breakfast, and I had a ton of scrambled eggs, a ton, and a muffin, and I am ready to go. I'm just gonna pack up, and I checked Uber's only about $17 from here to where I got off trail, so that's actually not bad. The hotel further up was gonna be a lot more, like 20 something, so worked out okay, although this one was more expensive. Although I have to say that all the hotels I've been in, this place is super clean. Like everything is new, like no scratches, marks. It's just like super clean and well done. So it is expensive, but I think it's totally worth it. And their breakfast was really good. Like their scrambled eggs was real eggs and tasted good. And their coffee was good. So I'm ready to go. I have a reservation at Grassland, I think, campsite in Saguaro National Park in 2 days. Well, tomorrow night, and that's 29 miles from the trailhead. So I just had to break that up, 29 miles among the today and tomorrow. I'll camp there. It's a little climb to get there, so I'm going to try to go at least 16 today. I have a later start, but I'd like to at least go 15, 16, a little bit more to make it a little easier tomorrow. And then after that, it's up and over. So, and it's another national park, Saguaro National Park. So can't wait to do that. And we'll start another day. See you at the trailhead or someplace before that if something I need happens to strike my mind. What could it be? Before I got going, I thought I'd swing by the Pilot truck stop right here and pick me up one of these 16-ouncer. I'm gonna drink it up, get some energy to go, and then I was also looking for sunscreen because my hands are starting to kind of leather up. I'll show you here. You can see the tan line from the trekking pole straps, but it's all dark and it's kind of dry. And I was hoping to get a little bit like a small ultralight tube, some for my ears and my face too, but they only had these gigantic tubes, like, I don't know, 6, 8 ounces, and I don't want to carry that. So, oh well, I'll make it to Oracle without, and then I'll look for some there. But let's finish this guy up and then call an Uber and then get out to the trailhead. Start hiking by at least 8:30, 9 o'clock probably. So, good day. I am back at the trailhead. It's about 9 o'clock and I'm gonna cross the street and head on with my journey. So, day 7, here we go. Oh wait, no, day 8, here we go. Right now we're actually heading north back up to the I-10. And we turned south on this highway, I forget the name, but we actually have to head way back to where we came from. I bet a lot of people that get off on Vail are tempted to just get dropped off on 10 somewhere where it resumes going north from there. But we have to hike north from way down here, get to 10 and cross somewhere, I don't know, and then keep going from there. But they miss all this beautiful foliage. It's actually really nice. Plus this trail is really flat, so it's easy going. I mean, nothing like what's coming up ahead up there. Here's how we head under Highway 83. No, not that one. It's over here. It's concrete culvert. It's actually pretty nice. I guess if it's flash flooding, it'd be pretty bad, but. And then it's actually a little while before we head north across Highway 10. But decent tunnel. I haven't seen any snakes yet. Looks all right. For some reason after the tunnel, we're heading almost straight south for a while before we head east and then start heading north again. So the sun is straight in front of me. It's another one of those times where you just head the wrong direction for a while. I could see this as being part of the reason why some people would be tempted to just skip. Why go south, right? I just saw my first lizard on trail. It was a little off, tiny little guy, and he ducked away into a little hole. I couldn't see him again. But I hear from the locals that lizards come out first and then the snakes come out. So that was my first lizard. So maybe we'll see a snake soon because we're gonna be in the desert for a while. Who knows? And if I could see a Gila monster, please. This whole section after mile 106 or so, it's been relatively flat. So, I mean, it's easy to push fast, try to get your miles in now before the hills start coming in. So, I think today we should definitely push for more than tomorrow when we balance out the 29 to the National Park grasslands camp, I believe. So, maybe 16, 17, we'll see. Making good miles. But I gotta stop it at Colossal Cave for a resupply box, and that's gonna slow me down maybe 30 minutes. We'll see, but so far it's real nice and level. You can see the trail kind of heading up this minor hill, not even noticeable. But we're heading towards I-10. I can see the traffic. So we'll go under and then back into the wilderness for a while. Check out this budding ocotillo flower right off the side of the trail. It looks like it's just blooming. It's kind of pretty. It's got the red and green. I'll show you a better picture of it here. Check this out. I haven't seen this before. They look like choyas, but they're on these huge stalks. It's at least 5 feet tall. The one on the left is maybe even taller. But they look like choyas up top. Can anybody confirm with me? It's pretty wild. Look at the big trunk on this guy. Check out this one. This one's another one with the big trunk, but it has little white, like, things at the roots of the thorns. Isn't that cool? It gives it a weird white, I don't know, popcorny texture. I guess not popcorny, but it looks cool. Interesting sign, Arizona Trail, equestrian bypass. So the pedestrian method must be short, I'm guessing. Probably because it's a tunnel. And there's I-10 right above. Dark and long. I have learned from my thru hike, if you go into a tunnel, it helps when you take your sunglasses off. Yeah. Ooh, dark! And tunnels are always so cool, like temperature cool. And if you're lucky, it funnels all the breeze. There's usually a breeze shooting through. But it is dark in here. I'm gonna have to turn the light on. Not bad so far. We made it 4.5 miles. Oh, I just noticed the graffiti on it. Like a snake mouth. I didn't even see it until I saw it on the camera. But scary snake mouth. But it's 4.5 miles, so I have about 12 more miles till Colossal Cave. I want to get there before 4 because that's when they close. So I can't pick up my resupply after that. But I should be able to do that, no problem. And next water source is only 2 miles. There's a creek. I think there's another water source soon after. I'll have to look at that again. But I have plenty of water, so I might skip it. But we're on the other side of I-10, and it's going to get quieter from here, I think. So that's odd. Off to the left of the trail, there's this weird concrete thing and a metal thing. Looks like a sign or something. Let's go check it out. A good head and a good heart are a formidable combination. Nelson Mandela. There's like a little sign here. There actually is a little trail here going to a parking lot, which I was heading towards. So there's a lot of cars there. Guess they're all the mountain bicyclists I've been seeing. I'm at the Gabe Zimmerman Davidson Canyon trailhead, and there's a bunch of water caches here. There's a lot of them have water. Some are for that same group that's still coming up. There's actually a decent amount. Yeah, it says AZT Public. So if you need some water, I'm actually gonna chug a liter of this, and then actually I don't have to stop any more water sources. I could keep going to Seville picnic area or the Colossal Cave area. So I think I'll do that right now. Okay, I got 1 liter of water, drank half of it already. It was nice and cold and tasty. I have 6.6 miles more to get to Colossal Cave, and there's water there. So total, I actually have almost 3 liters of water. So I'm just gonna push straight to Colossal Cave and get water there, or the Seville picnic area. And that should be good. 6.6 miles with 3 liters. And we only made 6 miles so far. It's already a little past 11. So we might only get about 8 miles before noon, but that's good. I had a late start. And I'm still not sure exactly how far I'm going to go. I don't even know if there are any campsites after the Seville picnic area, so we'll see. From that George Zimmerman Davidson trailhead, the Arizona Trail does this weird loopy thing. I actually almost went down the street by mistake. Looking at the map, it's like half the distance probably. But we'll take this. Maybe we'll see something really interesting along here. Can you see them? The first signs of the Saguaro Cactus. One in the middle there has the arms and everything. There's one a little closer, but just like a single stalk. I don't know if you would call them that, but that's the first sign. We're gonna see a whole bunch more soon. We're heading straight into the national park tomorrow. I'm at about mile marker 113 at Davidson Canyon, and there is quite a bit of water here. There's also a train. Sorry about that noise, but it's deep. It's not flowing at all. It just kind of pools here, but it's actually not bad. I don't need any water because there's a little bit of water at the trailhead, and I was carrying extra anyway. Good amount of water here as of February 24th. A little later on, closer to the train tracks, there's actually flowing water here. There's quite a bit of algae too, but look how well it's flowing. Holy crap. The previous railroad crossing, it said watch out for falling rocks from the train. And I was like, what? No way. But the Union Pacific built this canopy, and look at all the rocks up there. I mean, they didn't just slide up here somehow, unless people were throwing rocks up there. But look how big those are. Can you imagine if a train hit a rock like that and it flew off and whacked you in the head? I mean, any of those would hurt. Most of these would kill you. Holy cow, look at all the rocks. Welcome to Cienega Creek Natural Preserve. There are several of these saguaros here right by the train, but they're down low. I don't know, maybe they like the water down there more. This is it, folks. We are in saguaro territory now, and look at this guy in front of us right on the trail. Oh my gosh. He must be, I don't know, he's on top of a rock, but even if he wasn't, probably like 20 feet tall. Look how many arms he has. Oh my gosh, it's a beast. And he has a buddy right next to him that's really big too. Whoa. How are they surviving on these? Whoa. How are they surviving on this rock? Look at this beauty. Woo. This trail just goes right by these guys. They're so tall. Some of them, the base is so small compared to the rest of it. You think a little breeze would knock it over, especially with how heavy they must be. They're so tall. I might have to start recording in like vertical mode to capture it all. It's so tall. Look at his fingers sticking out. We're starting all at the same spot. Pretty wild. And even if you look down, you see these barrel cactuses. Beautiful. 2 of them. Some of these barrel cactuses are starting to bear fruit on top. Like the fuzzy top part looks dead, but nice yellow. Looks almost delicious, that yellow color, but probably not. Here's a cholla-like plant. It's got like segments like a cholla, and the flowers kind of look like chollas, but they're reddish and they're tall. I don't know what to think. Look at this big beefy green tree. The trunk's all green. Everything's green. Way up on top of the hill is a building. My Uber driver told me that somebody was trying to build a castle up there, so I don't know how much you can see. I'll have to look at it on a camera lens. But I think we'll get closer. I'm not sure, so I thought I'd record a little bit here. It looks like this is about as close as I'll get. But yeah, it does look like castles up there. It's funny. But, you know, whatever they want to do. I'm actually taking just a few seconds break in some real shade now. And check out, you can see the trail on the left. I think it goes down, and just past the rock you see some trail. And just surrounded by saguaros. Pretty crazy. And when you look up, there's just fields of them up there. It's insane how many there are. But not so much up the side of the bigger hills. This out. This is the first time I've seen a color Arizona Trail marker right on the side here. And there are horses nearby, so I guess they'll come through sometimes. Fancy buildings. But we're gonna go all the way around, I think. There's a day hiker way ahead on the trail. And a mountain bicycle is coming up. Hello. Crossing a horse trail. There's a bunch of them riding. I thought they might be going up the Arizona Trail, but it's a separate trail. And here we are. Bam! Color! One thing beautiful about these saguaro cactuses is they are thick and they are tall. See, they can cast a thick, nice shadow. Every shadow that I've taken breaks in have been thin because it's just branches with no leaves. But this guy is casting a perfect shadow. Look how beautiful he looks with the sun around him. Thank you for the shade, buddy. Monster. Man, can you imagine if one of those parts fell off and hit me? I'd be dead. That one right up there. Oh, it's so high. And there's a lovely shadow he's casting. Oh, my shorts. No, my backpack's in it, but I can get my whole body in there, except maybe just the edge of my arms. Perfect. Awesome shadow. Heaven. This dead saguaro is, well, I guess it's partly alive, but it's kind of cool how you could see the structure, the underlying structure of the inside that holds it up, that keeps it rigid, I think. Pulls the fluid up from the roots. Yeah, it's like rebarb and cement, I think. What do you think? Rebarb? Here we are on the trail, and I don't know if you can see it. Way up there is the Colossal Cave Visitor Center with resupply boxes. It's way up there. Yeah, oh, there's a cave right there too. Pretty cool. All right, I took the trail. It intersected the road. Now I have to backtrack on the road until I get to the Bandits Escape Trail and then climb up to the visitor center. I guess it's 0.5 miles, so it's going to add at least 1.5 miles to my whole day. It's going to be a doozy, and it's up. We'll see how it goes. I know this trail isn't part of the Arizona Trail, and if you don't resupply here, you won't ever have to walk it, but it's beautiful. The trail is well maintained, and there's just saguaros everywhere. I hear birds making noises, flying. Huge saguaros. And the whole time you can kind of make out the visitor center that you have to get up to. It's 0.43 miles on this trail. So far it hasn't been bad up, but I mean, we gotta start climbing soon, otherwise we'll never get there. But it seems to zigzag through all this. Lots of cactus everywhere. It's definitely a good hike if you're in the area. I see something red up there. Flowers? No, it's just cactus. But definitely a good hike if you're in the area and want to see a lot of cactus. Here's a saguaro close up. I mean, these guys are thorny. Not messing around. I haven't really looked at it close up like this. There's just tons of thorns coming out of each section. It's pretty wild. Pretty wild. I got up here wondering, trying to figure out how to get up this thing. I don't see any stairs or anything. Like there's a trail over there, so I guess we'll go down and over this tree and then go over there, I guess. I hope that's it. I went around the curve and then there's a doorway, but it's employees only here. I grabbed my mask. And there are stairs here. I guess that's it. He wants to go inside the cave. I'll stand back.
Your friends are in there right now?
Oh yeah, they are there. Here he comes. Oh, there's a bunch of them.
They can tell it's slow today.
They're making a train.
Yeah, there's about 10 to 15 that live in the cave and another 20 or so down by the ranch. Wow. Perfect chance to see our koalas.
Nice. Here comes number 2.
We back?
Oh, he's coming from my resupply box. Ah! Uh-huh. They're making noises. Look at them hiding behind that rock. Oh, another try, huh? That's a little baby one. Getting way too close. Look at the noses. Ah! Not for you. Ah! Boy. Just now leaving Colossal Cave, and check this thing out. It doesn't look too tall, but look down. It's actually grown out of the side of this wall. Now it's back down the Bandit Escape Trail, 0.43, and then backtrack to where I was. And I think I'm gonna go about 3.5 miles. There's like a parking area for Parker Canyon something, and it looks like there's some spots. I'm just gonna try to set my tent up. It should be closer to 5 when I get there. I don't want to stay at the picnic area here because I could push 3 more hours or 3 more miles, and then tomorrow I don't have to push 3 more miles to get up to the camp. So let's do that. I do have to stop at the picnic area to fill up on water though, because it's going to be about 10 miles before the next water source. So I'm going to get 4.5, and maybe there's some caches with water here and there, so I may like drink a liter if there's any water cached here and there. But I think 4.5 will get me the 10 miles and overnight, so I'll be fine. Check this saguaro out. It's an old dead one. It's like bones. You can see the bones underneath what it used to be. Just vertical lines. Pretty unique, huh? It's cool. Oh, the top part kind of flaps in the wind. Just stringy, thinner bones. Again, like rebarb. It's pretty cool, huh? There's stuff inside it. Right in the middle there. Huh? Dirt, maybe? I don't know. The Vail picnic area is a super rough road. So before then, there's actually a whole bunch of spots for RVs and stuff where you can pull in, and they have picnic tables and fire rings. And then once you get past that, it's a rough road. It's not even like off-roading road. It's just the paved road is just has deep potholes. If you have low clearance, you're gonna scrape, especially right in the beginning here. There's a couple of big dips, both sides, and then it goes off-road, and it actually crisscrosses, washes over and over. So yeah, you definitely need high clearance. But once you get through it, there's a lot of picnic areas, and I don't see anybody at any of them. So not that bad. I believe it is $7.50 to stay a night. You have to check in at the cave, but even for backpackers, so that's why I'm gonna push through. I don't want to stay here. The actual campsites are nice because they're level and cleared because they've been used, but I gotta make at least 3 more miles. So the road is right ahead, and there's pit toilets on the right there, and way over here there is a group site. It's like a, I don't know, they call it a group campsite. But there's like a little building, and there's a tap with water, and it's cold. They closed it off. Some people said they slept in there before, but it's closed off now. But look, they even have something to tie your horse on. I think it's for a horse. And then the PCT actually goes right by the pit toilets over there. And then we'll be up and out. Pistol Hill Road is exactly 3 miles from here. It's 4 o'clock, so I should get there a little after 5, maybe 5:15. 5:20. That actually works out pretty well because I don't like to set the tent up when the sun is beaming. So once the sun is close to the horizon, I can start like plotting it out. But at least I can get there, pick a spot, throw out my ground sheet, and sit down and just kind of relax for a little bit. And that's it for today then. So I'll see you up at, I already forgot the name of it, Parker Canyon Trailhead. I'll see you there. Not sure if you'll recognize, but in the intro for the videos, I actually came and took a picture of this and just used that for an intro. I think I have better pictures now. I'll stick with the intro for the rest of the series. All right, we're off. I see this section of trail. Most people will hike through it in like 2 or 3 seconds. But I will say thank you to everybody that worked on this trail, stacking up all these rocks so the trail wouldn't wash away. I think we spent an entire day, like 6, 7 of us, and for basically 2 seconds of trail. So I appreciate everybody that comes out here and works on the trail. This section of trail is actually very clear and very smooth. It's quite nice. I mean, look at that. It's that time of day where the sun is low and all the shadows are long, and the plants look nice. Up ahead you'll see a power line. That is right before the Penny something trail. I keep forgetting that name. But I see a bunch of RVs up ahead. I think they're all parked there. I'm just gonna have to try to find a spot and just call it a night. One night around a bunch of people. On Google Maps it has a little camping icon on it. It doesn't really look like a campsite though. I don't know. I think I might have to just do it and camp near a bunch of people. I even hear people. What are you gonna do? One night. I think I found a spot. There's an old fire ring and it looks level enough. I think I could get a spot where I could lay maybe this way and not be too canted or anything. Sadly, the best spot looks like this parking spot right here. See the wood? I think I can make it work. I'll wait a little while so I don't take someone's parking, but nobody should be coming around here parking. Not anytime soon. Okay, from this parking spot, there's a little walkway on the right. And I think it's clear enough. From what I can see so far, there's nothing here. Like no dead choyas, no dead anything. Doesn't look like, not pricklies, just a few rocks. I think this is actually going to be a nice site. Slightly tucked away. I just have to watch where I walk because there are prickly pear cactuses all around here. But I think it's going to work out, and it's not in the parking spot, so I'd be less visible. I'm honestly not 100% sure I'm allowed to camp here. I think I am. I think it's okay. Leave no trace and all, right? I'll just, yeah, I'll be all right. I'm not going to make a fire or make a fire ring either, so be all right. So this will be home. Day 8. Here's my beautiful tent site with the cactus right next to it all around. Big old saguaro in the background and a nice, beautiful sunset. It looks better in real life. And the road is actually right there. It's that sharp line. People should be able to see me. If another car comes, I'm just gonna squat down and don't move. And the Arizona Trail goes along there, I think. But yeah, and here's another huge cholla right next to us. Yep. Lots of prickly plants everywhere. By the way, this branch right here, covered in thorns, of course, as well as that. This is one of those times where not having a bright blue tent actually pays off. When you're right by the road and you don't want to get too much attention. Oh, look at it, Arizona sunsets. Beautiful. Hello, I'm in the tent. This is what I do with my camera every day. I don't want to get dust all over it because at night, sometimes when it gets windy, like dust will just get on everything. So I always put it in my little Cuban fiber bag. The one thing I'm concerned about the camera is I've been carrying it like this on my shoulder the whole time, and I'm wondering if the front little shocks are starting to compress more than the back. I'm not sure. Maybe at the end of this hike, the whole microphone will be tilting down all the time. I'm going to have to prop it up somehow. Well, I don't know. We'll see. So for this, I basically stick it in here. I am camped out at a parking lot, so if I hear cars, I'm going to turn the light off. I don't want people to see me. That's pretty much it. And there's a little drawstring. I don't close it all the way, but then I put it on something soft and let it sit like this all night. For tonight, I got a couple of mountain houses because, courtesy of my Resupply, I accidentally put 2 sweet and sour porks in there, but I don't know. It's still really good. I like to add couscous in it to raise up the calorie count, and it's really salty, I think, so it helps reduce that. But thinking about this, I was like, I wish I had some Minute Maid rice, because I used to cold soak that. If I had a bunch of that, I'd just pour it in here. I bet that would have been really good, like real rice with sweet and sour pork instead of couscous, which kind of doesn't mix, but you know, I don't really care. So that's for dinner, and I'm gonna try to edit a video, finish editing day 6, and if nothing else comes up, you all have a great night, and hope you enjoyed all these videos. It's actually wound up being more data than I thought I would have. I thought I used to make videos for every 3 days, and that was 30 minutes. And if I do it every day, it's gonna be like 10 minutes. Everything's gonna be so boring. But while I was editing the first 5, I actually found like good 30 minutes of interesting things. Not every day, but to me, they were interesting. So I hope you all find it interesting as well. Eventually, it'll probably go down to like 10 minutes as I kind of run out of things to say, run out of things to show. Because I don't want to show myself filtering water every day or setting up my tent. That's just kind of redundant then. So I guess the first 5 days, there's a lot of new things. There's a lot to record. But after that, I don't know. Well, you have a good night. One thing I haven't announced officially is if you've noticed in my description, there's a Patreon, and it says if you join, you can get my inReach information so you can track me in real time through my inReach. I track every 10 minutes. I'm not sure how real time it is, but I don't have tiers, so Patreon level, at all tiers, at any level, you'll get that information, and feel free to track me all you want. At some point, if it gets weird, I might set up tiers and maybe $5 people can track me, but $1 not. And then the lower ones, maybe we'll just have like group chats or something. But I don't know. I'm just trying it out. And thank you for everyone else who has donated already for the support. It's been great. The hike's been great. And your little donations, well, not little, your donations have helped fund the hotel, the food, and whatnot. And I still have quite a bit to go. I think we're around 120 now, so about 670 miles to go. So any little bit will still contribute and help in every way. So you have a good night. Oh, there's a car coming. I gotta turn off the light. Okay, the car is gone. I gotta be stealthy now. I'm sleeping in a parking lot. So for this, I just basically stick it in there. Whoop.